Noel K says, "Yo, TRL team. This is a follow-up to my previous email predicting the release of the PS3 Slim. Looks like the Harvey Norman salesperson was correct about the PS3 Slim September release date. You'll recall that Harvey Norman is a major Australian retailer running his business out of his garage. I assume you'll now consult with his salespeople on all future predictions. As aficionados of 1980s culture, which do you despise most? Care Bears, My Little Pony, or Rainbow Bright? Keep up the good work."
Popples.
Oh, Popples were awful.
Oh, yeah.
I had a friend whose dog humped his Popple like viciously, continuously, and you never touch. But people come into the house, they'd touch the Popple, and then you'd all laugh at him because it was a disgusting, crunchy Popple.
Wait, what were the choices? My Little Pony, Rainbow Bright, and what was the other
Care
one?
Bears?
Well,
Don't pick the Care Bears. Those guys were badass.
No.
Mine would be Stare.
Mine would be My Little Pony because
Care Bear Countdown.
The Care Bears were hardcore.
Yeah.
They were bears.
I want to go back in and add.
They could mess you up. I mean, sure, they were cuddly, but they could kill you if they needed to, which was pretty cool. In a war, you would want a bunch of Care Bears. So
They all line up and it's over. Game over. If you start seeing them lining up, game over.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry, but Rainbow Bright was, kind of hot. But, what am I going to do? Like, bang a pony? That's disgusting. No, awful.
Care Bears have the Tony Stark chest laser thing going on.
Yeah,
I want to go back into the cartoon and add, like, every time somebody gets hit with the sunshine stare, like, massive blood spurts everywhere.
Just got
M-rated
instantly get
version of
skin
Care
cancer. It's like,
Skin burns away like a vampire. Somebody needs to go back in and add blood to Care Bears to make it more badass.
So there you are for all of our junior movie makers. Please go ahead and send us that YouTube link of your M-rated Care Bears episode.
And if you should probably, if you're going that far, dub in some horrible language.
Yeah, or some Jason and Ocampo impressions. No.
Harvey Wallbanger, was that the Australian?
Harvey Norman.
Harvey Norman.
That's pretty funny. Jamaican George Carlin writes in that
we already had Shostaopoulos or whatever, right? So we had a Rasta Greek person.
Microsoft is raping consumers.
Ouch.
Where?
Greetings, bastards. You will be happy to know that someone in Jamaica is checking out your podcast.
Yeah. Let's have this Knock and Boots segment, Greg.
All right. Well, I've been prepping you this for quite some time. This email on Saturday began a series of events that proves Knocking Boots should exist for the rest of its life. Something along the lines of, thanks a lot for hitting on hoes. We prefer that name. It helped me and my wife. And I said, I wrote back and I'm like, thanks for the, note, blah, blah, beyond scoop. But I'm confused. How did hitting on hoes or knocking boots in this segment help you and your wife? I mean, did you guys get married? I mean, it's only been going for a couple months now, so you figure if this somehow a courtship ritual went down because of Game Scoop, that would make no sense. He replies back and says, oh, no. We've been married 10 years. We have 3 children. We're incredibly happy. This helped me and my hot wife, he says, quote, take it to the next level. I respond back with, well, number one, most importantly, I will judge if this woman is hot. You need to send us a photo of her. This is the photo that comes with it.
Holy
what?
This is his wife in the bathroom in her bra and underwear from behind. She's wearing a thong.
Oh, how can
we all got what we wanted. Your advice in being somewhat of a dick and confident worked like a charm. That and alcohol. I would not call us swingers. It was a fun night. We did join a swinger site, but the podcast segment helped open some creative conversations leading to an interesting night, but we would not have even talked about it if it was not for the show.
Wow.
Game Scoop, Knocking Boots. I write back and say, that's outstanding. I'm glad I could be of service, yada, yada, yada. He writes
Please
back
send more pictures.
He writes back and says, yeah, thanks for all your help. Maybe I can find photos of that night to show you.
Oh.
And I said, hold the phone, brother. You took photos of this? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, send them in. Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is legitimate. We are not making this up. I will not describe what is happening in these photos, ladies and gentlemen. Damon, you can do the honors if you prefer. It's your call.
My goodness. These cannot be posted on the Games Scoop.
No.
Not Photoshop.
There is nakedness happening. There is some girl and girl action happening here. There's some girl and guy action happening here.
They're all two topless girls making out.
This is
she's on top.
down there.
She's sitting. Yeah.
He was nice enough to say he would have sent some others, but nobody wants to see dudes. So he knew what the podcast room we wanted.
There
in this
is
one.
confirmed TNA in these.
Oh yeah,
in these photos.
Lots of TNA in these photos.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
If you've had a Knocking Boots success story, please, we tell this advice and it goes into a black hole. No one knows. This is like finding out you've been beaming messages to Mars, and all of a sudden they come back like, oh yeah, we cured cancer a second ago. Sorry, it took so long.
Jack. How was your experience of seeing a naked girl for the first time?
You should write it to Club Nintendo.
I think I should. Wow. Well, now, all I have to say is that my Pokemon Girl fan fiction is now going to be a lot more accurate. Since I know proportions and vague shapes.
This is what a girl looks like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hat Tip writes in, hello, thank you.
You're welcome. That's our first positive email in a long time.
This is a very important question. This is from Brandon. He says, "Hey there," but "there" is the wrong tense. I have a question I would like to see.
One?
It's the possessive there.
Okay.
They are.
I have a question I would like to see two members of GameScoop answer.
Which two?
It's not the number two.
They're foreign. There must be a foreign person.
Brandon is struggling with his grammar here. If you could choose one animal to mount and ride into victorious battle, what would it be? Personally, I would choose a battle bear or a battle Clements.
Okay. Battle Clements would be awesome.
For me, I would ride a great white shark into battle.
It'd have to be a water
Unreal.
battle, otherwise it would die.
What's that?
It'd have to be a water battle, otherwise it would die.
No, it would be on like
Land shark.
like train tracks when I go
In like
on.
a tank?
Yeah, it'd be a great white shark on train tracks.
The creature from.
Of course.
But I would choose a mechanical dragon.
Okay.
I think I'd go with a
Mechanical?
giraffe.
Not a mechanical unicorn?
No, a mechanical dragon could kick so much more butt.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. You,
Sorry,
Jack?
yeah, anyway. Yeah, I
What
think your dragon-
Pokemon would you ride into battle?
Giraffe or rig?
Is that a real Pokemon?
It so is.
Giraffe rig?
Giraffe rig, and its butt has a chain chomp coming out of it.
I love that. Like, nobody
Yeah.
could make up a funnier Pokemon
Actually, we should
than
share
a real
some
one.
of the Pokemons we made up. The fake
Wait,
ones.
what were those?
Meow Hump? Was that one of them? Or
What? Was that
the cat that's always in heat?
We also have that like a cheetah with a Stephen Hawking disease, so he was in a wheelchair.
Oh my god. This is very
And
offensive.
now I'm remembering why we didn't put those anywhere on the site.
Right.
Greg, what would you ride into
Do
victorious
you
battle?
remember Honey, I Blew Up the Kid?
You'd ride a giant
yeah.
toddler.
I would blow up Portillo, and I would ride Portillo.
Yes. That'd be perfect.
Much better answer.
Giant wiener dog. A giant mini wiener dog.
Singing Pigs in Elevators writes in again.
Damn.
Mother Humping Squirrel writes in.
Well, you gotta read this. You always gotta read an email from Flappy Naners. I believe that's their real name. Well, Flappy, here it goes.
Flappy.
Don't worry, Colin. You got 15 minutes. You're good.
Levi just adopted a dog from the pound. The dog, so he posted photos and then asked the listeners to pick a name for the dog. Interestingly enough, it was one of those crazy suggestions that really struck a chord with me. Waffle my taco. What?
That's the name of the dog?
Awesome. So I would like to congratulate reader. Someone stole my tortilla. Peter Smith says, "Hey, Game Scoop, I'm at university, and last night me and some friends were playing some Smash Brothers and having some beers before going out to get even more panda at some bars.
Yeah.
As we walked towards the bar, we noticed a group of 6 guys playing Smash Brothers through their ground floor apartment window. We challenged them, but to my surprise, they declined and said, surprising.
Hey, you want to play Smash Brothers? Hey, how about you get away from my apartment?
Get the hell out of my window, you weirdo.
I'm going to call the cops in about 5 minutes. Bunch of drunk dudes screaming about Smash Brothers at me.
Peter says, I was really disappointed that this group of bros passed up this opportunity to play video games with strangers and maybe make some friends. Then again, if they have a Wii, they probably don't like playing video games with strangers. I just wanted to share my antisocial video game experience and ask what bad local multiplayer experiences any of the Scoop team might have had. No way, dude. If I was at home playing games with my friends and
somebody
some
out the
idiots yelling in
window.
my window, hey,
Kick your ass!
get the hell out of my window.
Give me game and watch it.
What are you playing, Halo Wars? Shut the blinds.